Forbes estimates that the online education space is going to hit over $300 billion by 2025. So if you want to get in on this growing movement, you need to start selling digital products and programs. So whether you are just starting up or you're already a content creator, maybe you already sell services, or you're a bricks and mortar business, I believe that there is always an opportunity to integrate digital offers into the mix of your business model. So in today's video, I want to share with you the 8 best digital products that I think you can be selling in the marketplace right now. Hi, I'm Gemma Bonham-Carter, and I help teach entrepreneurs how to create, sell, and scale their online courses so that they can turn them into successful and profitable businesses. So before we even talk about what those 8 types of digital offers are, I just want to explain for a second why this is an opportunity that I really want you to jump on. Number one, there's really such an incredibly low overhead with creating and selling digital offers. Often we can get started for like 50 or $100, and there aren't many business models out there that have such a low overhead opportunity cost. So that, first of all, is amazing. Second of all, the profit margins are huge, right? Because we're not having to buy inventory, and we're not even necessarily having to spend a lot of time, because our time costs us money too. But once we've created that digital product once, the idea is that we can sell it over and over and over again. So the combination of low overhead costs plus high profit margin means that there's really a revenue opportunity here for you. The other thing that it allows us to do is really diversify our product suite and offers for our audience. I think it's really nice to have an alternative way that people can learn from you and work with you. For example, if you already sell services, let's say you're a copywriter or a graphic designer or any kind of done for you type services, having a digital offer really changes the way people can potentially work with you. Maybe they can't afford your one-on-one services, but they still want to learn from you and could afford a digital offer, right? Maybe you own a bricks and mortar store, and so really being able to leverage a digital offer into the mix is an interesting way to increase your overall revenue. So no matter what your business model is, whether you're already an infopreneur and you're ready to go with digital offers, or this is a newer idea for you, it's really an amazing way to add income to the bottom line of your business. Okay, now let's get to the good stuff. I want to dive into what I believe those 8 best types of digital offers and products are that you could potentially integrate into your business. Number 1 is going to be no surprise to any of you who've watched a video of mine before or who know me at all. I love teaching and talking about online courses. And this is what I have been doing for a long time, not only in my own business, but helping other students and clients of mine really grow profitable, successful businesses, leveraging the online course model. And online courses can be such a huge variety in terms of the subject matter or niche that you're in. So anything from something in the art space, like watercolor painting for beginners, right? To things in the business space, like my program, how to launch an online course, or it could be something like how to use Instagram for e-commerce business owners, right? It could be ballet for kids. It could be how to learn how to code using Python, right? Something really technical. It could be how to start a career as a voiceover artist, or a 12-week program that's yoga for runners, right? Or how to make money investing in the stock market. I could go on and on and on with ideas of online courses. Now, I live and breathe this kind of stuff, but my guess is that whatever industry or niche you are in, you could probably sit down with a blank piece of paper right now and map out 5, 10, 15, 20 ideas of potential online courses that you could create. And that can be a really great place to start. So online courses are obviously my favorite, but a second option is an actual group coaching program. And the difference between an online course and a group coaching program, the main difference is that with a group coaching program that you're delivering online, it has a really kind of hard and fast like start and stop date. So you're really working with your students in a live way over the course of 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever that looks like, and it's going to end, right? Whereas an online course, oftentimes it's a more self-study approach, and so somebody can purchase the course and go through it on their own time and aren't really on a timeline like they are with a group coaching program. The other thing that a group coaching program typically comes with is a little bit more like one-on-one coaching time from the creator of the program. And the group is usually a smaller group, right? So it's a more intimate learning environment, and this is very well suited to any kind of topic that maybe needs to go a little deeper. It needs to go in more depth for people to really get the results. So this could be leadership training for executives, or some sort of career coaching program perhaps, or it could be, a food and wellness program that's really going to radically change somebody's approach to food over the course of 12 weeks or something in that sort of space. And so that is just a slight difference from an online course. Typically, the cost for a group coaching program is going to be a little bit more expensive than an online course. So those are the first two options when it comes to digital products and digital offers. The third one is probably one that you've thought about before and seen before. It's maybe going to feel a little outdated, but it's an ebook. And I know that probably for many of you, you're thinking, like ebooks were popular 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and it doesn't really make sense anymore. That's not what people buy. But it's interesting, in some niches and in some industries, ebooks still do really well. And they're sometimes often a really nice low ticket, i.e. inexpensive first product that somebody might buy from you, who then, when they're ready to learn more from you, might invest in your higher ticket offer, like an online course. So some examples of ebooks that I've seen out there, and actually some that I know personally have done really well. There's an ebook out there on, it's something like learn how to potty train your kid in a weekend. And I know that ebook has sold thousands and thousands and thousands of copies, right? I've also seen ebooks around sleep, like how to get better sleep, or even how to, like back to the kids example, how to instill healthy sleep habits in your infants or in your young kids. And so if it makes sense for your industry and for your subject matter, an ebook can be a really great sort of low ticket offer that you can sell to your audience. The fourth option for digital offers is to go the route of selling audio files. Now, this is obviously only going to work for particular areas and particular industries, but it can work so well. Let's say you are in the wellness space and you're able to sell meditation tracks for people. Like that can be an incredibly highly sellable offer, like a bundle of meditations, 30 meditations or something like that. You could also have a product that is read aloud kids stories, right? That would be incredible. Let's say it's a bundle of like 15 or 30 audio kids stories that are maybe they have a different, like we all know that there's things like Audible out there, but maybe yours are really around a specific topic or niche, or they've got a unique slant in some way, or maybe you're an author, right? And you could actually create a bundle of stories that you've written. So this is obviously not going to be for everyone, but audio files are a really interesting option that's out there for you if it makes sense. Number 5 is one of my personal favorites. These are templates. And when I say templates, that can mean a lot of different things. This might mean Canva templates. Canva is a design program that's free to use online that a lot of people worldwide are using for their graphic design. So you could be selling Canva templates. You could be selling spreadsheets of various kinds. You could be selling business templates. Maybe you're selling copywriting templates where people can use these and just have to plug and play some of their own stuff. Maybe it's legal templates. If you're a lawyer, you could create a whole suite of legal templates that people could use. Often we see this for entrepreneurship in business. Like the thing about Canva templates is you can do it in a more broad sense, but I think the money is really when you get specific. So if you were to do Canva templates for food entrepreneurs, like restaurateurs, right? And you could have these packages for them that would be like logos and menus and all these things put together. What an incredible niched target market that you could really infiltrate with Canva templates. So there are so many options here when it comes to any kind of template. And what I really like about this option is that they really save time and make life easier for your customer when done correctly. It can therefore be a very easy sale if you can really show the value in the time and money saved. I sell a couple of templates. I sell something right now that are email templates, and my conversion rate on those, i.e. like how many people who land on the page actually ended up buying them, is very high because people can easily see the value in the time saved. So that's number 5, templates, one of my personal favorites. Number 6 is actually kind of similar to templates, but I wanted to break it out as something different because it just inherently is sort of a different product. And it, again, kind of like audio files, it's a little bit specific. It's not going to work for everybody, but it's lesson plans. And I have been seeing these work really well. Obviously, these are more meant for teachers, but you can have so many different types of teachers that you could potentially be narrowing in on. So sure, it might be, elementary teachers. It could be like, you could get even more specific, right? Like lesson plans for grade 4 math teachers, right? It could be really specific. Could be toward high school teachers. You could sell whole curriculums. You could sell lesson plans for people who teach ESL, English as a second language. There's lots of different types of teachers out there and instructional programs. It could even be curriculums for, something like dance studio owners, where you lay out a program for them that they can do with their students in their dance studio. So this can be really varied, and it's why I wanted to break it up as its own thing, because there are so many different types of teachers and instructional programs out there. And if you happen to be like an expert in one of those things, then it can be an incredibly profitable industry for you to get into. If you haven't heard of Teachers Pay Teachers before, it's an actual website dedicated to teachers selling their, not just lesson plans, but printables and teaching tools and things that other teachers might find useful. And it's like a whole platform in and of itself for selling teacher-based digital products that I know so many teachers have so much success with. So that's number 6. Number 7 are printables. And again, I have pulled these out as being a bit separate from templates because they are different. And this is where this would be something like printable art for your home, right? So you might be a graphic designer and you can actually design beautiful art that people can purchase digitally and get it printed, whether it's at their own home or get it printed at somewhere like Staples, and frame it and put it up in their home. I know lots of people who sell printable art and do really well with it. You could sell something like printable journals or organizational printables that people can use throughout their home. Again, this is going to depend on what your particular subject and niche is, but printables can be a really awesome digital offer that you can integrate into your business. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about is related to the photography niche. And this is around stock photography or presets, like Lightroom presets. So those are, if you use Lightroom, it's a software tool where you can apply, it's almost like a filter to your photos to make them look really beautiful. And there are other software tools in this arena that you might be able to think of that where you could do something similar to Lightroom presets, like basically providing any tools for either photographers themselves to use or people to use who either take photos or in the case of stock photography, need to use photos let's say in their business, right? And so they're looking to purchase stock photos to use in their business for their graphic design, for their promotional materials, and all of that kind of thing. So that is, again, another slightly specific option here, but it is one where I have seen people have a lot of success and really build out incredibly profitable businesses based in a really specific niche. Like it could be Lightroom presets for entrepreneurs. I know several people, actually friends of mine, who have built really successful businesses in that area. So let me recap what those 8 types of digital offers are. Number 1, online course. Number 2, a group coaching program. Number 3, ebooks. Number 4, audio files. Number 5, templates of all kinds. Number 6, lesson plans. Number 7, printables. And number 8, presets and stock photography. Those are what I believe to be 8 of the best types of digital offers that you could be putting out on the market right now, depending on what your business's niche and industry is. Here are a couple of things to keep in mind when it comes to selling digital offers. Number 1, keep it really niched and targeted. The more you can hone in on a very specific type of thing or for a very specific type of person, the more success you're going to have. Obviously, if somebody, let's use the example of Canva templates. If I came across somebody who is selling, Canva templates for all types of teachers, I'd be like, okay. But if I'm like a grade 2 math teacher and I come across somebody who's selling Canva templates for grade 2 math programs and it's got all these like nice printable things for me to use in my class, I'm going to be buying that one because it's speaking to me so much more in such a more specific way. So same thing for you. I want you to niche down as much as possible. Number 2 is that you need to make sure that there is a real problem and pain point that your digital offer is going to solve. I encounter a lot of people a lot of times who are like, oh, this would make a great online course, or I'd love to do a coaching program about XYZ, but there isn't actually enough of a pain point or problem that their audience is experiencing where they're actually going to spend money to solve that problem. And so the more you can talk to your audience now, if you already have built up any kind of audience on social media or on your email list, fill out some surveys, really get to know them as best as you can, it's going to allow you to really truly understand what you should develop. The other thing you can be doing is going into forums, into Facebook groups, and really understanding the questions that people have about your different topics. And then you're going to get a better sense of, oh, there's actually a need here to answer that question or that problem with a digital offer. And then number 3 is make sure it is really well put together and an irresistible offer. Like if you were to land on that sales page, would you buy it? Because if you're like, it looks amateur, maybe there's not really very much here for how much I'm charging. Like if you have any of those underlying concerns, definitely anybody who lands on the sales page is gonna feel that too. And so I want you to create something that looks super professional and so high value that it is a no-brainer purchase for the person who lands on that sales page. Ultimately, any kind of tool, template, audio, video, written guide, or combination of those things that's going to help somebody solve a problem can make an amazing digital offer. So if you want to learn how to launch your first course, your first online course, this is what I love talking about, I want you to head to this link. There's a free class that's going to teach you exactly how to do that. I'm going through how to turn your expertise into a highly sellable online course that you can create once and sell over and over and over again. I'm going to talk about how to craft that no-brainer offer that your audience will be chomping at the bit to buy. I'm going to go through how you can launch a pre-sale and actually get students into your program before you've created it. And that way, you know, you've got a good idea because you've validated it. And lastly, I'm going to show you how I went from making $0 a year to over $500K a year in gross revenue just selling online courses. So head on over, it's GemmaBonham-Carter.com/course-class, and I will see you there.